How are you potentially leveraging AI at Papa?
Well, it's interesting because what my earlier point was around, really understanding what you're trying to measure, not like it doesn't really matter how I get to the end result as long as it gives me the goal that I want, I guess. Of course, aside from cheating, that's not something I recommend. That said, we've actually been using in a very light way, honestly, AI for operational efficiencies, a couple of unique ways we use it, and I'm not that good, to be honest, at like promoting our AI use versus others. And I think maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing. I just think a lot of people are talking about AI, but not really credibly understanding the value of it. So for us, we do things like member commenting. We get comments on our reviews, on our phone calls, on our voicemail, on our email. So our software will bring that all together, look at it, and try to grade it based on green, yellow, red. Is it a safety issue? Is it a health outcomes issue? So that's been pretty interesting. We've used it for QA across our call center. We do millions and millions of calls a year, and we used to have the QA team started getting to like 20 people, and now it may not even be it's I think it's non-existent now. So we have one person that kind of looks at it, and they're just using AI for that. So I'm downplaying it a bit, I guess, because that's pretty impactful from a cost perspective. We're just not really using it from a member facing perspective. Though I even looked at acquiring a company that would be like a companion AI bot. I think those companies are really interesting. But just for us, our mission right now or our mission always is to build a new kind of care. So areas I do think we will be using it is what happens when the pal's not there? Can we encourage the member to do things that are positive in their life, regardless of that visit being with the pal? Can we provide recommendations to our community health workers that are kind of part of our navigation team outside of the pals to say, oh, last time you met with Mike, this happened, maybe bring up some support around food insecurity. Maybe remind him that he has access to Instacart through his health plan. So I think over the next couple of years, it's going to be more prevalent in Papa, but I wouldn't recommend companies just use AI for the sake of it because a lot of the times, you without accurate data, it's just garbage. So um, you have to really make sure your foundation is solid before you start going too crazy. That said, you guys are starting right now. I would, think about AI from the beginning versus us. It's kind of an afterthought at this point.